Happy Christmas, everyone. 2021. As we prepare ourselves, as we look forward to put smiles on people's faces, as we put things in order so as to celebrate the birth of the Son of God, Jesus Christ, I pray and I wish that each and everyone who is a Christian will understand, after listening to me, the real meaning of Christmas and the manner in which we are supposed to celebrate Christmas. And all those who are not in the Christian race, who deem it necessary to join us to celebrate with us, that they will not infiltrate, they will not inculcate other bad habits that will make Christ to be humiliated rather than celebrated in this period of Christmas. I come this evening, the 22nd day of December 2021, as we look forward to celebrate the birth of Christ, to expose to us certain facts, certain truths, certain myths that will make us to understand mysteries and mistakes about the birth of Christ. Unknown to many, we have been humiliating Jesus Christ during his birthday celebration than celebrating him. One of these ways is this manner in which we express the word Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas, happy birth of Christ. Some people will use this word Happy Xmas, X as in X in the letter X, 26 letters of the alphabet. The 24th letter, Xmas. That word X means none. So if you have been replacing Christmas for that word Christmas, putting the word Xmas, that word Xmas does not mean celebration of Christ. It means non-celebration of Christ. So do not use the word Happy Xmas to friends. Use the word Happy Christmas. Because if you use that word, Happy Xmas, you are humiliating Christ rather than celebrating him. From the time I was a youth, right up to this present moment in my life, I have noticed a lot of wrong things about the celebration of the birth of Christ. I started wondering if I am the only one who sees these things. And so it prompted me to talk with some Christian brothers and sisters, and I had to sample their opinions, of which 90% of them said they have also noticed these things. But why do people not talk about them? That is why I came to your TV screens, your phone screens, to expose these mannerisms in which we humiliate Christ rather than celebrate him in this period of Christmas. It is true, I would talk practically for myself. When I was very young, and our parents are looking forward to get us Christmas dresses, Christmas shoes, we, the young kids, we would try as much as possible to keep some little banks, some saving, boards or cartons, some place where we keep money, so as to bring it out on Christmas Day to go celebrate. What was the motive behind the celebration of Christmas? After we have gone to church, after the church service must have been over, all the drama about the birth of Christ and all that thing, all that, we had in our minds to do what? To go to the next dancing hall. These satanic people, they used to put dances here and there. They will go tie palm fronds in certain locations. They will put posters from town to town, quarter to quarter, telling people that, there will be dance at 11 p.m. till dawn. What was this dance all about? People would come and dance music that is, satisfying, that is celebrating the devil. And Christians, after they must have left the church, they take hard-earned money which they have kept, for the celebration of Christ, to go dance in a nightclub. You are humiliating Christ rather than celebrating him. I came to understand that during the period of Christmas, the level of sin increases from 10% to about 90% as compared to the other months, or as compared to the other festive seasons, which therefore means that what? Sin actually is more, committed during the birth or the celebration of the birth of Christ than periods other than this particular December 25th. In effect, we are humiliating Jesus. We are not celebrating him. You find Christian brothers and sisters, they dance naked on the streets on 25th December. You find Christian brothers and sisters, they drink and they get drunk on December. You find Christian brothers and sisters, they fight, they fornicate. You hear somebody say something like, "Oh, bro, very soon it will be Christmas. Let me go look for money for my kid." How do they go look for this money? They go steal, they manipulate company documents, they try to do one. So these people do one thing or another in order to get money so as to celebrate this Christmas or Jesus Christ, who is that particular celebrant of this particular festive season called Christmas. The big question is, who are we celebrating? Jesus is the answer. Who was Jesus? Jesus stood for the 10 Commandments. If you are celebrating someone or something, it means you are actually supporting those ideologies. You are supporting those facts. You are supporting those good, I don't know which word to use here, things that a particular person instilled in the society. Jesus tells us to follow the 10 Commandments. But what do people do when it comes to the celebration of his birth? People go against the 10 Commandments. Is it not true that when a country is celebrating its independence, you see this country comes out and showcases its prowess to the world, maybe the military power, the statesmanship, the constitution, and whatsoever. When we are celebrating, World, Climate Day, you see how the world try to showcase those systems, those things, those ways that have been put in place. They try to make people follow the systems on how to make climate, to be stable in the world or in that particular society. But it is funny, in the case of Christ, everyone does anything he or she wants to do. I put a call to all heads of the body of Christ. I mean the generals, the pastors, the prophets, the evangelists, and you as a Christian, you have a responsibility. You have to say no to those who come to this celebration or this festive season of the celebration of the birth of Christ, and they try to make it look as Xmas and not Christmas. They try to make it look at we are not celebrating Christ instead of celebrating Christ. Tell them no, Christmas is not the time for sin. Tell them no, Christmas is the time to emulate Christ. What was Christ trying to make us to emulate? To follow the Father. What does the Father tell us to do? He tells us to follow the 10 commandments. That is why I talk to you, young girl. When Christmas is approaching, you think it is that time to call numerous boyfriends, John, Peter, Paul, and whosoever. You get money to do Brazilian hair. I even wonder about this issue of the Brazilian hair because it baffles me how a human being, a lady, will remove hundreds of thousands of dollars, if I may use that particular currency, to purchase hair from another human being. It's really humiliating. But you see, they do all sorts of things, sex, stealing, to get these things that do not, pacify Christ. I am talking to you, that young man. You have these numerous girlfriends you want to please during this period. So these guys, they do everything possible in order to get money so as to satisfy, these girls that they are keeping for relationships and whatsoever thing. And other sets of people, they do a lot of crazy things just to do what? Just to make sure they appear, during this festive Christmas season as though they are celebrating Christ in their own mindset. I don't need to talk to everybody on the kind of lifestyle they live so as to celebrate Christmas, but you who is watching me, you know what you have planned before you could get the money that you have gotten, before you could get whatsoever thing you have gotten in order to celebrate this Christmas. You know what you have done, and you know that particular thing you have done has gone against the rules of Jesus Christ. You know it, and you know that is not celebrating Christ. You are humiliating Jesus Christ. There are some families, there is often this notion that Christmas is the time for reconciliation. And you see these families, they make phone calls and they say, oh, we are going to meet for Christmas and discuss. And instead for these people to come together and discuss, and those who really know they are wrong, for them to accept their wrongs, and then they reconciliate and make peace. But they come and you see they make further arguments, and at the end of the day, families get more separated than they were before Christmas. You people are humiliating Jesus Christ. I came here today to pray for you. Whatsoever thing you have been doing, whatsoever situation you have always found yourself during this period of Christmas, you think in your mind you are celebrating Christ, but deep down in you, your conscience tells you, I am humiliating Jesus. It is time for you to place your hand on your head, because I want to pray for you. And I begin to say, Father, touch the heart of this your daughter, touch the heart of this your son, that he or she may understand that to celebrate Christ means to follow the footsteps of Christ. What were the footsteps of Christ? The footsteps of Christ were to follow the 10 commandments. What are the 10 commandments? Commandment number 1, the Bible said you shall have no other God except him. Number 2, you shall have no graven image. Number 3, you shall not swear. Number 4, you shall go to church on Sunday. Number 5, respect your father and your mother in the way of the Lord. Number 6, you shall not kill. Number 7, you shall not commit adultery. Number 8, you shall not steal. Number 9, you shall not tell lies. Number 10, you will not be jealous of another people. Looking at these 10 commandments, number 1, you shall have no other God except him. This is the period. You see a lot of people go into all these shrines, they follow friends, they say, oh, there is one